Alright, most likely my last video of the night, but we are doing the long road to Xak Tural, given to us by Erenville, level 95, at the northernmost gate of Taliolol. Here we go. Ready to get underway. And I nod. Then present your travel pass to that guard and let us be off. You won't have to wait long to enjoy sightseeing. The bridge to Xak Tural is a wonder in its own right. We talk to the guard. This gate is barred to all save those who, with express permission from one of the Dawn servants. I hand over my pass without having to click it in my inventory for once. Signed by Val Wuklamat herself. My apologies, miss. If you would wait here just a moment. Cutscene. This guard nods to another guard who walks off and opens the door. It's one of those upward rising doors made of what looks like steel, dark steel. Some wood, some thick, strong wood, but it looked mostly like steel.
Shall we then?
We have a bridge in front of us, again made of steel. The camera pans away dramatically to reveal an arch bridge, a very muted arch, not like a U, you know, like a very shallow arch. We see us, me and Erenville and I, walking through, and a lot of fog.
On the far side of that great bridge unfolded the wilds of Shaloni, where the sun guides in the Shatona tongue. A harsh guide, to be sure, with its blazing rays scorching the land and hardening its inhabitants. But sweeping change had come to the arid expanse when, beneath its red crust, vast deposits of ceruleum were discovered.
It doesn't look like a very beautiful land.
Embracing this opportunity, Vau Kona's supporters hurtle on, driven by dreams of a future illuminated by blue flame.
Kind of like a western town.
It is here that our journey continues, our path taking us along winding roads of steel. Each length of track a declaration of hope and ambition.
Some towers that are like belching at the top of the tower, like thin metal tower structures, belting kind of blue flame.
My home, Yasulani, lies past Shaloni. It will be a long journey, but the railroad should make it easier.
Let me guess, it's going to be out of commission.
As for the way to the train station, let's ride these fellows, shall we?
Kind of look like buffalo, but the front of their skulls actually look like skulls, but have some like red and blue paint. Red around the nose and blue around the eyes. Horns that go up to the right and left of the head, and then they also go down to the right and left of the head. They are... I don't know what they are yet. But I'm gonna go grab this etherite, just in case. Level 95 means my red mage won't get as much credit. Let's see how much of this one we can get done. I'll remember the ether current after, I guess. Wow, this is farther away than I thought it was going to be. Maybe I shouldn't do it. It's only 4 minutes left to get it done, but we'll see. Where's my... Come on. Why wouldn't it be easy? Always want to stay on the outskirts if you can. Unless something you didn't want to fight. It's tough if you're not ranged. It's tough if you are. Bonus. The day is ours, but the foul hens we stayed were just that. Hens. Okay. We'll head back to Erenville. What did I get for that? I got 3,000 experience points per kill, which is nothing really, and 884,000 for winning. Which is I don't know, some percentage above 10. I don't feel like doing more of the math. Okay, talk to Erenville to continue. Royan Dragoon cutscene. Short on Ronique, R-R-O Nancy E-E-K. Ronique. Afraid so. If one will suffice, I have a creature ready and waiting, says a stable keeper. But if you need two, then you'll have to wait. Ronique have been acting strangely late, more easily spooked and otherwise disagreeable. Picking out the few fit for Renton's proven bothersome work. They really are pretty much buffalo, but with those weird skulls and paint around the eyes and nose, or where the nose would be, but no. They're usually so docile, and the ones I saw earlier didn't appear to be unhealthy either, but much has changed since last I was here. Not the best start to our journey. There seems to be a dust storm. Still, the train station isn't far. Seeing as we aren't in a hurry, let's go on foot. About that, sir. As well-traveled as you look, it's not only the Ronique that have been giving us trouble. Other wildlife have shown signs of aggression, too. The merchant should be returning soon with one of our beasts. Stick around till they do, and I'll see you both on Ronique for a safer trip. Your offer is most appreciated, but I don't think my friend here is particularly concerned about the wildlife. Yeah, no, I'm good. My options are, actually, I may be a little concerned, or, but the Ronique, Erenville, the Ronique, or whatever gets us where we're going faster. But the Ronique, Erenville, the Ronique. Haha, if this is your first time in I forgot how I pronounced it. Shalon. So Sam H-A-A-L-O-A Nancy I. Shaloni. I can understand your enthusiasm. It'd be a shame not to ride one at least once while you're here. I nod to the stable keep. Erenville thinks. A fair point. If we're to give you the authentic Shaloni experience, I suppose it's worth the wait. Right, change of plans. There's a small town nearby. We can pass the time there while waiting. Yeah, I figured there would be a reason for us to go there. Take it you're heading to Husatawi then. That's H-H-U Sam A Tom A-H-W-I. I'll have a man bring the Ronique over there. Just mind yourself around the drunkards and troublemakers, eh? I just might mind myself then, son. Pegasus, my friend, Jacobo. I think I've reached the level where I can get something to level up Pegasus some more, when I might have to do that. I might have to look into that. What else was on my to-do list that I... Oh yeah. Okay. Look up Chocobo leveling. So I think there's an item I need to unlock the future levels. Last time I was here, it was little more than a camp with a shop or three. Cutscene as we walk into town. Like I said, kind of old western kind of buildings, wood. We've seen the likes before in this game.
Well, well. It's become a proper town.
There's 10 buildings, maybe? Maybe a saloon. The letters looked kind of like saloon. This game has weird lettering for certain things here and there.
Hey!
Someone walks out of the saloon, followed closely by someone else.
Now hold on a minute.
Both of them carrying rifles. A hot-headed youth is attempting to stop the taller person from leaving.
Some sort of trouble. I'm talking to you, you old bastard.
Give me strength.
Frustrated gentleman says, apparently preferring really not
For the
to.
last time, the investigation is closed. There's no refuting the evidence.
I don't give a shit about your evidence, you lying scum. You release my friends, or I'll make you wish you had.
I think this is the first time I've seen somebody wearing a tank top in this game. The hot-headed youth with kind of like orangish hair.
Let me remind you who the scum is here. Your friends, who had the temerity to point their firearms at me, the deputy chief of the Dust Watch.
Says the frustrated gentleman.
And after taking them into custody, what should we discover but incontrovertible proof that they had committed larceny? They will not be released until they've paid for their crimes.
I'd heard the peacekeeping force had been formed to deal with growing lawlessness. Seems the situation is bad indeed.
I'm sorry if you guys can hear my housemate's loud movie.
Still can't get up a fuss, eh? Sounds like poor Zekua needs his bottle.
Says a tipsy cat person guy.
Sure he wouldn't prefer his mama's teat?
Says another cat person guy. Blustering at sorrow. You're still making fun of the young, hot-headed guy.
Treat me like a child, will you? My friends haven't done anything wrong, damn it! They've been framed!
Oh, stubborn little runt. Listen here, Zekua. If you want to be treated like an adult, then you'd best comport yourself like one. That means respecting the rule of law.
That's not really what an adult means, but...
Order may be precarious here in Shaloni, but it can be had if each man does the right thing. And for those that don't, well, they have to answer to the Dust Watch.
Dust Watch.
Now run along and think before you cast aspersions next time. Lest you hurt my feelings.
I can't tell. I think that we're at a juncture.
Fine! If that's how it's gonna be.
Oh no, his fist is clenched. Don't do anything stupid, Zakoa. He looks like he might draw his rifle as the other man walks away,
I wouldn't if I were you.
says a voice. Oh! Estinian.
Is that?
Yep. Estinian is in the doorway to, I think, the saloon, trying to tell Zekua? I don't know. Not to be rash and stupid. It's been a while since we've seen him. Pardon me for just another 30 seconds, give or take. From the day we arrived. What was I gonna say? Irrelevant? Oh, doesn't matter. Okay.
There's a time to fight and a time to withdraw. For you, that's now.
The youth has not placed his hand on the butt of his rifle yet. The grip.
What?
And doesn't do so. Takes his hand away. Estinian walks out.
Hey!
Another cat guy comes running.
What are you doing, Zekua? You better not be stirring up trouble.
Wahute! You sack of Ronek shit! This ain't over! You hear me?
Ronek. Not Ronique? Ronek? Okay. He goes running off. The new coming Hetzaro,
You want to tell me what that was about?
gray-haired, also a rifle at his back.
Nothing that need concern you, sir. Zekoa is simply struggling to come to terms with the low character of his friends. But for good measure, I'll have the men keep an eye on him.
Yes, you do that.
Now, if you'll excuse me, I'll go make my rounds.
Everybody disperses. Estinian comes to me in Erenville. Erenville and me? Actually, yeah. That's the proper English. And we meet in the middle.
I wasn't expecting to see your faces among the crowd. Talk is rife there's a new Dawn servant. Take it you found it then. The Golden City.
Aye, the contest is over. And as I needed to return home to Yasulani, I offered to show our friends some of Xak Tural. What brings you north?
Nothing in particular. Just seeing what there is to see.
My options here are going wherever the wind blows, eh? Or how very like you. How very like you.
Gulul Jaja compensated me rather generously for our duel. I'll be able to enjoy a comfortable life on the road for the foreseeable future. But for now, I shall be moving on. Oh, by the way, I recommend you try the Sabatender. They may not look it. They're surprisingly delicious.
And he walks off.
But we don't serve Sabotender here.
You didn't. You might now. Alright, we talk to Erenville to complete the quest. No sooner do we set out than we run into excitement. At least no one was hurt. This Dust Watch has their work cut out for them. For as long as I can remember, all disputes, big or small, were settled by dueling. I cock my head. The peoples of Shaloni, whatever, rarely saw eye to eye. I already forgot what that's pronounced. And for better or worse, it was the simplest way to settle differences. Since most would sooner not risk their lives, though, it encouraged parties to pursue peaceful resolutions in a roundabout fashion. The Dust Watch was likely established by supporters of Kona, preferring peace be enforced through the formal rule of law. A reasonable stance, all things considered. If things ever got out of hand, the Landsguard would be forced to step in. What freedom they have now would be lost under Zoral Jah's authority. All of which is to say that, unless a lengthy stay in a jailhouse appeals to you, be mindful of how you handle your arms in town. The long road to Xak Tural is going to be complete here. We get a spell speed muffin, a million experience points, and change, and 20 million to level up. This video is complete. Last one of the night for sure. I will see you tomorrow, probably.